On February 9th, 2024, we are going to have a very eclectic and forward-thinking new moon. It's going to be in the sign of Aquarius. Now, this new moon is going to be the second new moon of the year, and it's also going to be the first of 3 super new moons in 2024. Now, this new moon in Aquarius, it marks the beginning of this new cycle, a fresh start, a clean slate. It's in the sign of Aquarius, so the topics are going to include friendship, brotherhood, group activities, your social pursuits, group projects, trying something new, your humanitarian efforts like where you volunteer places, or joining a group is going to be a really strong focus for you. This could be a time where you're going to be open to these new beginnings regarding any or all of these matters. Now, this is a time during which you can solve your problems that require you to be more creative or to think outside the box. You're going to be looking forward to the future with this brand new, positive, hopeful vision, gathering with other people to brainstorm and to socialize and to focus on these extended friendship connections. You're going to be reaching out to others and receiving support from them and expressing this platonic love for those people that surround you. It's going to be a time that your emotions and your passions are going to be given a break. You're going to be able to work more objectively with some detachments from your past thoughts. You might learn how something or someone works, or you might revitalize yourself through experiences that are new or just simply different from what you've experienced in the past. Now, because this is a supermoon, there's going to be some conflict with your inner and your outer world going on. A supermoon is believed to have this bigger impact on your emotions. It amplifies your feelings, and then in turn it causes you to go within and have this deep introspection about what is going on within your inside world and your outside world. This cycle is going to encourage you to reach out to people that are in your social circle, your network, your community, and to recognize the value of your friendship and your connections to these other social networks. This can be through business or through pleasure. You might also recognize that at some level of detachment and distancing yourself from your habits and attachments to the past, that's going to help you to literally break away from some destructive behaviors that are holding you back. With this potent Aquarius energy, you're going to have this chance to make progressive changes in your life. This new moon also clashes with the planet Uranus. This brings about rebellious or impulsive, abrupt, and innovative thoughts, ideas, and shifting energy. So at this time, you can literally be focused, determined, and concentrated, and being one-minded with the direction in which you need to go. You should also use caution for being overly stubborn or narrow-minded in your focus when communicating with others. Hi, I'm Patricia Tate, and this is your Aquarius February new moon forecast. To get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So let's dive in. So for Aries Sun and Aries Rising, this new moon is occurring in your 11th house. So the 11th house of starting something new, of beginning something fresh. The 11th house is your hopes, your dreams, your wishes. It's your social aspirations. It's the people that you network with, either through business, like work or teammates, or it's peers, or it's kindred spirits. It's also where you link up with other people that you want to volunteer for social causes. And it's also the house where you want to start something new with like-minded people who have goals in mind that are the same as yours. So think about connecting with others and this friendship and these group activities and these social pursuits that you're now going to want to start something new, something that you're thinking outside the box, a time where there's going to be these new beginnings with humanitarian efforts. And it can be all of these things, not just one. Being a supermoon, there's going to be, remember this, the sun is you and then the moon is your feeling. So like this inner conflict about what do I want to do? Where do I want to go? Where do people need me? There's going to be this conflict involved about how can you have the bigger impact? And what about your emotions? Aquarius is an air sign, so it literally wants to remove ourselves from our feelings in order to be like, come at it from an objective standpoint and use our head and our brain instead of our heart. And the moon being about our feelings and our intuition, that's where the conflict is. It's about amplifying these feelings and in turn causing these deep introspections. Now, this new moon, it's going to clash with Uranus. Uranus is in your second house of your self-worth, your cash, your property, your resources. A square is an opportunity to integrate the energy and bring them together. It's like rebellious energy and being impulsive and being abrupt and being innovative and wanting to shift the energy of, I need to be with these people because I feel like I'll make a bigger impact on things. I need to be working with these people because I want to improve upon this skill set. Or I want to remember that the 11th house is your shared beliefs. And it's also shared goals with clubs and things that you want to do for joy and pleasure, but it's where you mix and mingle with other people to go down a path to gather ideas and learn from. And so you can be extremely focused because it'll be about, I need to do this because this makes me feel good. If I'm not feeling worthy or accepted or comfortable in this group, then I need to be the one to make the change. And it could be you searching out. It's definitely, a new moon is an opportunity for a fresh start and a clean slate. So it could be your role in those groups or those networks, or you deciding upon new hopes, new dreams, new goals, new wishes of, these are people that I want to connect up with. These are the social groups, the organizations. These are people that I want to connect with in order to move along things that I want to do to make me feel better, to make me feel more secure. The second house is also about your security and safety and health and well-being. So Aries, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Taurus Sun and Taurus Rising, you are having this beautiful new moon, and it's crazy energy with Aquarius, all in your 10th house of career, your legacy, your job. It's authority figures. It's how you want to be seen in a public light. It's what you want to achieve. It's your social status. It's also authority figures. There's a lot going on with Aquarius, with this Aquarius energy at the top of your chart. You've got Pluto, where you've got this transformation, and Mercury, where you're learning to communicate in a different way and throughout a broad spectrum. And so a sun, moon, a new moon is when the sun and the moon come together. This is going to be this new cycle, a brand new fresh start of you saying, I need to connect up with these people in order to pursue my goals, pursue my projects, things for your career, things that you want to do for your legacy, or what you want to leave behind. This could be for awards. This could be for your reputation, your personal ambition. This could also be authority figures. This is thinking outside the box and how can I mix and mingle and network with people that I can have these new beginnings in this area of my life. Now, it's also a supermoon. So supermoon, we know that there's going to be this conflict between our inner and our outer world. So the sun represents you and the moon is your feelings, but your feelings are in an air sign, which is taking it out of a heart space and into thoughts and ideas and communication. So there's this idea of, I want to have a bigger impact and I need to remove my emotions and my feelings out of this, but it's a supermoon. So it's going to magnify this, saying, I need to take everything that's going on and I need to take in with a deeper introspection about what can I do with this. I need to connect with my understanding about my head and my heart connection and saying, where are my social circles? Where are my networks? Where are my community that can help me to use like a stepping ladder to move to the top, but not stepping on people, but connecting with those people. Aquarius energy is like the hive mind, where you think, you get in a think tank with other people, and yours will be with people that you work with or people that you are of a higher status or authority figures. Now, there is this square. The square is with Uranus in your first house of yourself. Squares are things that they're 90-degree angles, and it's two different types of energy. The Uranus is in your first house of, I want to be innovative, I want to think outside the box, and I want to do this for my career, but I need it to be solid and stable and grounded. And how do I integrate this energy? And so there'll be these feelings of rebelliousness, being impulsive in your decisions, abrupt, innovative ideas that will just come to you, it will literally shift and change who you are as a person. The energy is shifting not only who you are, but who you are, and in the legacy or the mark that you want to leave on society behind, or how you want to be known as an authority figure or somebody who can be looked up to for leaving your footprint or your mark on society. So Taurus, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Gemini Sun and Gemini Rising, this new moon is occurring in your 9th house. Your 9th house is currently packed right now. So the 9th house is foreign people, places, things, cross-cultural experiences, diving into spirituality, looking for adventure, taking classes, taking workshops, having work published, things that have to do with legal matters. And Pluto is here, so we know that it's like going through a large, deep transformation. And Mercury is, how are you communicating and how are you networking with other people? So this new moon is going to be this fresh start, clean slate, new beginning of how can I have these cross-cultural experiences and take these classes or travel here or make this impact on society? How can I have these social pursuits and these, where do I connect with these group projects? I'm ready to try something new. I'm ready to volunteer, and it could mean going someplace for humanitarian efforts or joining a group that is, it's for adventure. It's farther away. It's for a higher purpose. Aquarius is not from heart center, but it's an air. So think about it as your thoughts, your ideas, the way that you communicate. It's new beginnings involving any of these themes in your life. Now, this is a supermoon. So a supermoon is, it causes this conflict between our inner and our outer world. The sun is you, your body, but the moon is your emotions. And currently your emotions are in an air sign of, my feelings and my emotions are kind of at odds, and it's having this bigger impact on how I feel about these things and how I feel about the change that's going on. And it's amplifying my feelings, and it's causing me to go within to process this and to see, where am I with what do I want to do, with where do I want to go, and my beliefs and my higher purpose. The 9th house is wanting to dive deep and have these experiences and have these adventures, but it's also it's publishing and long distance travel, and it's adventure and legal matters, but it's how can I change and evolve my thoughts, my like myself. When you do these things, it will literally change you as a person, and you are having to take in this change within yourself from what you're being exposed to, people, places, and things, and that will then in turn change your thought process to just about everything in your life. This is a big change. Now, this new moon, it does clash with Uranus in your 12th house. It's in a square. Your 12th house is your fears. The 12th house is where we go with to go within. It's the spiritual realm. It's about the Akashic records and your dreams and your intuition and your angels and your guides. And it's the psychic house. It's also prisons and institutions and meditation and yoga. And it's where we go, and it can be self-sabotage, and it can be hidden enemies. It's the private part of the world that you don't share with other people. And so this change within you is going to expose possibly some of your inner demons in order to say, I need to clear this out. I need to understand why I believe in this, or why I feel this, or I need to understand how this will change me, my shadow self. I need to do the shamanic work. I need to do the dark shadow work and say, I have to get out of my own way in order to grow, evolve, and change. This will be a beautiful learning experience in the end, but it's stepping outside of your comfort zone. So Gemini, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Cancer Sun and Cancer Rising, this new moon is occurring in your 8th house of your shared resources. Currently, you have Pluto there causing all kinds of disruption and turmoil and like a turnover. It's literally going to turn over this area of your life that has to do with shared resources or joint ventures that you either have with family members. This could be through debt or wills or assets that you share with them, or business partners. And so this is anything that's in the contract that you share with them, or this could be exes with alimony, child support, or this could be your current partner, a life partner, or a marriage partner. The 8th house is where we share these deep connections with others. And so in the sign of air, you are going to be looking to start something fresh, new, having a clean slate. This can be a clean slate with a new contract, or a clean slate or fresh new beginning with new friendship that you want to partner with, or group activities, or these social pursuits that you want to be part of. A new moon here is, how can I use my assets or the assets that I share with others for humanitarian efforts? This is going to be a time where you're going to be open to these new beginnings regarding these matters, but it's a supermoon. And so there's going to be some conflict. A supermoon is this energy that it's the inner and your outer world. The sun represents you, your mind, your body, but the moon is your emotions and your feelings. And your emotions and feelings are in an air sign. Aquarius is very eclectic and shocking and think outside the box. And so there's this inner conflict going on with, I want to be part of something bigger. I want to have a bigger impact on things. I have to be in tune to my emotions, and this is going to amplify your feelings. And so you're going to have to go within to say, where am I in the grand scheme of all of this transformation, and how is it going to change from this point forward who you are and in these relationships that you have with other people. Now, this new moon does form a square to Uranus, and a square is a tension point where the two energies have to be integrated. So your 11th house is your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, your goals, your aspirations of people that you are mixing with, the people that you connect up with either through volunteering or through work, like work associates that you have to brainstorm with, or it could be we're doing the same project, meaning it could be a project of sewing or astrology or anything that you would that brings joy and pleasure to you, but it would be something that you want to do, or a volunteer group that you are part of. And there's going to be this this tension point of something that has to be integrated, of what you are doing with other people's resources and wanting to start something new. And is it aligning with your goals, your hopes, your dreams? So this new moon clashing with this is going to bring about this rebellious energy from inside, and it will be impulsive, possibly abrupt, very innovative, and it'll be a shifting of energy and possibly a shifting of your passion. And so you will be focused, you're going to be determined, and it's like this concentrated energy saying these two areas of my life need to be integrated so I can move forward for my best and highest good. So for Cancer, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. For a private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Leo Sun and Leo Rising, I love this for you because you have a new moon in your 7th house of partnerships, relationships, clients, one-on-one. I call this the 1+1 house. It does represent open enemies and exes, but I like to focus on the love, the contractual relationships. This is the house of negotiations and promises, whether they're written or unwritten. This could be with you, with a business partner, a significant other, a client, and it can also be a best friend. So you have a lot of Aquarius energy going on with 4 planets all at the same time occupying this area of your life. You have Pluto really totally transforming this area. Mercury saying, I need to be more eclectic with my thought process and how I'm communicating and sharing these ideas with other people. And I need to start something new. I'm ready to plant the seeds for my future. A new moon is a fresh start, a clean slate, a new beginning. And this new moon is saying, I need to have more connections to other people who have the like mind of thinking outside the box, of humanitarian efforts, of not just me, but what can we do for the whole? I need to be open to having these new beginnings that'll include new friendships, new partnerships, new clients, social pursuits. And so all of this is going to be going on, and then we're going to throw in that this is also a supermoon. So a supermoon, there's going to cause this conflict between your inner world. You know, the sun represents you, your moon is your feelings, but your moon is your feelings in an air sign. So it's not coming from heart center. It's saying, let's stay focused on the big picture here. Let's look for platonic love. Let's not just look for like love. Let's look for our connections, to have our connections through thoughts and ideas and the bigger picture of humanitarian efforts. So it will amplify your feelings, and you will have to like turn inward and do the deep introspection with where are you with these people that you are now working with or negotiating with, or you have these either written or unwritten contractual agreements with, and are you all still on the same page? Now, this new moon does clash with Uranus, which is at the top of your chart in your career sector. So Uranus, thinking outside the box, it's ruled by Aquarius. And your 10th house is your job, your career, your legacy. It's how people see you. It's authority figures. It's getting awards. It is the house of your public life, and it's your professional reputation and you being seen. I always say it's like you on a pedestal, you being seen by others from the outside world. And so there's this clash between who are you networking with? Why are you networking with them? Is this going to benefit you? What are authority figures thinking? Are you one of the authority figures? Like, how does all of this clash? How are you going to integrate this? A square is not a give here or a give here. It is, we have to integrate the energy. We have to merge this and make it better in order to move it forward. And so this Uranus is going to bring this rebellious, impulsive, abrupt, and these innovative, think outside the box energies of who you're connecting with, the negotiations that you're going to have, or the clients that you're going to be working with, or partners that you're going to attract. There will be this shifting of energy that will be thoughts and ideas not from a heart center, and you're going to be extremely focused and determined and have this concentrated energy of this is what I need to do. And once the decision is made, it's moving forward full speed ahead and removing all obstacles from your way. So Leo, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. For a private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Virgo Sun and Virgo Rising, this new moon is occurring in your 6th house. Now the 6th house for you is jam-packed with Aquarius energy. You have Pluto saying, let's transform this area of your life. And Mercury is, how can I communicate to the masses using all forms of technology, different types of communication. And a new moon is going to be this fresh start, clean slate, new beginning with your mind, your body, your spirit, finding a mentor, finding a guide. It's where do I volunteer? How do I find this balance between my home and my work? It is, am I giving too much of myself and not wanting to become a slave to something, but wanting to volunteer and give of myself? And who do I connect up with in order to make that happen? The 6th house is your mental, physical, spiritual, daily habits. And it's your health and your well-being. And you saying, I have to be innovative. I have to think outside the box. I have to be creative. I have to come up with a new way of keeping track of myself. The 6th house is our diet, our nutrition, our illness, our disease. And it's how can I connect up with new technologies, chiropractor, nutritionist, tapping, or yoga, meditation, all of these new health practices, and possibly like researching these things. The 6th house is also, I might need to seek out a mentor or a guide that can point me in the right direction. Since the 6th house is also finding a balance between home and work, it's your daily habits. So it's also you saying, I need to make this a daily habit. I need to set up a group that I can either walk with or that will hold me accountable for my exercising. Where you're going to have this, it's about friendship and brotherhood and social pursuits and these group activities, and saying, I'm going to join this exercise program, or I'm going to join this meditation group, or I'm willing to try something new, and this new technology that has to do with bettering my health or my mind or my spirit or my well-being. Maybe it's sound therapy. All of these things, it will be you wanting to join a group to experience something new that will change you moving forward. You being open to having these new beginnings and these new experiences regarding all of these matters. Now, this new moon is also a supermoon. So a supermoon is when your inner and your outer world are going to be like in conflict, because it will have this bigger impact on your emotions. We have the sun being your mind and your body, but the moon is your emotions. And Aquarius is an air sign, so your emotions and your feelings are all thoughts and ideas not coming from heart center. So how are you balancing this deep introspection with what is going on with you and processing all of these connections that you're going to have with others and these ideas that come from others into your daily habits? I do want to throw one more thing out, that the new moon in the 6th house also represents pets. And so this could be new beginnings or something that have to do with your pets. Now, this new moon also is in a square with Uranus. Squares are energy that has to be integrated. It's like it's a 90-degree angle. And so Uranus in your 9th house is foreign people, places, things, cross-cultural experiences, wanting excitement and adventure and wanting to travel there. Your 9th house is legal matters, it's dreams, it's prophetic visions, it's taking classes and workshops and diving into spirituality. It's also where the student becomes the teacher moment. The ninth house is all types of higher education, like literally going down the rabbit hole and saying, I'm ready to learn more about that, or I want to understand more about that. It is also the house of publishing. So you can take all of these thoughts and ideas and say, how can I either study it more, go there to experience it, or be connected to these people? And it could be seeking out a mentor or a guide that can get you to where you want to be. So because of this new moon, having this area of I have to integrate where I want to go and what I want to do, I would expect this impulsive, rebellious, abrupt, innovative, shifting energy that will be going on during this time of your life. It will not be emotional. It'll all be like this tug and pull between your head and what is going on. You will be extremely focused and determined and concentrated on, I have the idea, this is what I want to do, this is where I need to move forward with. So Virgo, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. For more, please join me live Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. For a private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Libra Sun and Libra Rising, this new moon is occurring in your 5th house of fun and joy and creativity and taking risks. It is love affairs. It represents children. It is what you do on the weekend or what creative projects that you like, art or music, any of those topics. Now, there's a lot of, you have Pluto. Pluto is the planet of like great transformation. So we know that this area of your life is going through a total transformation. And Mercury is there saying, communicating thoughts, ideas, new technology. And then you have this new moon. This is a new cycle, a fresh start, a clean slate, a new beginning. And so during this opportunity of I want to start something new, or I have this really great idea to start something new, this will have you making new friendships. This will have you joining groups where you can be with like-minded people to pursue these activities that you want. This could be for humanitarian efforts or for just pure joy. And it can be for both. This could be, I'm starting a class, or I'm going to start this workshop. I want to create this, or I want to teach this. I want to go back and understand this more. Who can I collaborate with? You being part of a group with like-minded individuals is going to be a strong focus. You're going to be open to these new beginnings, and it's taking risks, taking that chance to think outside the box and really connect with, I want to have recreational fun, joy, and pleasure more in my life. The 5th house is your inner child, and I want to be connected to people who are tapped into and are healing their own inner child also. Now, because this is a supermoon, there's going to be this conflict between your inner world and your outer world. Supermoons, they're believed to have this bigger impact on your emotions, and they amplify your feelings. Because this new moon is in an air sign, it's thoughts and ideas and creative, outside the box, shocking and surprising. And how do I go within to have this deep introspection about the shifting and this changing that's occurring within me? People are not necessarily seeing it and they may not understand it, but for you, it's happening. And so this new moon, it also clashes with Uranus in your 8th house. Now, Uranus is innovative, think outside the box, and think of it as lightning or electric. Your 8th house is the house of shared resources. So there could be something, there's going to be something that will be a clash between the resources that you share with family This could be through wills or debt or business partners, money that comes in, or debt or cash, property, alimony, child support. So it can represent exes also, and your current like life partner or significant other. The 8th house is the house of your shared resources and your joint ventures. And so there's some kind of a square, a tension point in these two areas of your life about what do you want to start, where do you want to spend your time, your creative pursuits, and your resources that you may share with other people, or how can you share what you want to do with these people. It's not an all or nothing. A square is an opportunity to merge the energies together and come up with some kind of a compromise that we can work it out together. So expect at this time to have this energy be rebellious, impulsive energy, abrupt, innovative, think outside the box, like aha moments, and this shifting of energy that will come from within and then to the outside with who you are now networking with or who you're now connecting up with. And you will be focused, determined, and it is concentrated. Remember that Uranus is like a lightning bolt. So it's like being struck by lightning and saying, I got it. I can no longer do this anymore. This is my calling. This is what I have to do. I feel so good with this. I'm going to take the risk. So Libra, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. For a private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Scorpio Sun and Scorpio Rising, you have a lot going on in your 4th house of home, family, roots, foundation. Like that area of your life is under a total overhaul. You have Pluto transforming your like everything that has to do with what is home, what is my real estate, what is my foundation, maybe diving into spirituality with my genealogy, or who I have shared a past with, or my understanding of my ancestors, or traditions. The 4th house is what you build upon for your life. And this area of your life is going through an overhaul of Aquarius energy, which is creative and think outside the box and shocking and surprise. And it's about brotherhood and it's about friendship. And they may be more friends to you, or they may be more, your friends may be more family to you than certain family members. It's about these group projects. It's about joining like-minded individuals. It's about diving into topics that have to be with what made you who you are and what kind of a foundation do you want to build your home or your life upon in order to have these new beginnings, these fresh starts, and all of these matters. Now, this being a supermoon, supermoons, they cause a conflict between your inner world and your outer world. The sun, you, your moon, your feelings. And a supermoon is believed to have like this bigger impact on your emotions, and it amplifies your feelings. And since this moon is in an air sign, it's your thoughts, your ideas, and the way that you're communicating with people. So it's really amplifying the way that you're communicating, the way that you're taking in and you're connecting with others on like a higher level. It's causing you to go within for some deep introspection to say, where am I with all of this change? What is going on with this? What is the shift that's going on with who I am now becoming and building my home, my family, my foundation, my landscape upon? I need to now think outside the box. Pluto is forcing me to change a lot of these things, and I don't have to go with tradition. We don't have to do that because we've always done it at Christmas or New Year's or the birthday. We can create our new beginnings, and it doesn't have to be with blood family. It can be with like sisters, sistars, like your soul family. It doesn't have to be with blood family. Now, this new moon, it does clash with the planet Uranus, meaning there's this square. Uranus is in your 7th house of partnership, relationship. It's your +1 house of best friends, significant others, clients, one-on-one relationships. It's also the house of open enemies and exes. And so this square has to do with being rebellious, not wanting to do the same thing, being impulsive, being abrupt, having to be innovative. This shifting energy of whatever's going on within your home will affect partnership, will affect exes, will affect you with clients. And so this energy has to be integrated. The 7th house is the house of love, but it's also contracts, either written or verbal, and like promises that you have with other people. And it's the house of cooperation, of how can we negotiate this? How can we cooperate together to reach an agreement that makes everybody happy? So Scorpio, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. For more, please join me Tuesdays live at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. For a private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Sagittarius Sun and Sagittarius Rising, you have a lot of energy going on in your 3rd house of communication. So a new moon in your 3rd house is about innovative ideas of technology, communication, your relationship with your siblings, your neighbors, your cousins. The 3rd house is how you talk and exchange ideas with people on a daily basis. It's also all forms of travel and technology. So Pluto is in that house. So Pluto is like totally overhauling everything with the way that you are communicating with these people and gathering your thoughts and your ideas and transforming them. Mercury is taking the ideas and like using AI or using a computer or using technology. A new moon is going to be this fresh start, clean slate, new beginning of these topics that involve friendship. And these group activities, your social pursuits of where do I want to go with this? What do I want to do? I want to try something new. I want to take this class. I want to understand this better. Where can I get information about this? So it's not just for like joy and pleasure, but it can be for work of, I want to understand how to use the computer better. I want to understand this new technology. What groups can I join, or who can I connect up with in order for me to broaden my horizons, to get the word out with the way that I communicate with other people. It's education, it's letters and books, and it's where we put the ideas down before we publish them and get them out into the world. It's also the house of classes and workshops and things that you take at home or close to your neighborhood. So this is an opportunity for you to have explore your humanitarian efforts of where you volunteer, joining this a group with like-minded individuals, and this could have you being in charge of something or communicating your thoughts of this is how we can make it better, or taking the ideas from them and using it for your own work-related projects. Now, this is a supermoon, and so supermoon, they bring about this conflict of your inner and your outer world. A supermoon is believed to have this bigger impact on your emotions because it amplifies your feelings. And so we have the sun representing you, your moon, your feelings, but the moon is in an air sign. So it's not a heart-centered, it's thoughts and ideas and communication, and it's more of like a platonic love or platonic connection that you want to have with others. It is, how can I take what's going on, merge it, put it together, because it's being amplified and I have to take it in, and it's about deep introspection about what is going on with the bigger picture, and what are my thoughts and my feelings, and what footprint am I leaving in this world, and how can I follow in the footprints of others, and how are we connected, but I still want to be my individual self. Now, this new moon is clashing with Uranus. This is a square. Uranus is the planet of like bigger thoughts, ideas, and communication, but it's in your house of your daily habits, where you volunteer, your mental health, your physical health. It's your daily habits of going to the doctor, going to a chiropractor. How do you take care of yourself with nutrition, pets? It's the house of self-care and alternative health. And so you're going to have to think outside the box. Now, maybe you're starting this new moon with communication, these thoughts, these ideas, in order to help improve your daily habits or improve your where you want to volunteer. The sixth house is where we support others, like we find this balance between our home and our work. And it's also the house of slavery, where we become the slave to something or of something. And so being creative of, I don't want to have to give everything so that the cup is empty. I want to give. I want to volunteer. I want to support. Do I need a mentor? Do I need a guide? Do I need somebody who will help me come up with a strategy that will work? I need to take care of my mind, my body, my spirit, and I need to be innovative, and I need to be with like-minded people. I need to be creative in this process of gathering this information. And this square is going to offer you that energy to think outside the box. Uranus is going to bring this rebellious, impulsive, and innovative, abrupt shifting of energy that will deal with these two areas of your life. And you're going to be focused and determined. And it's like this concentrated, quick, hard, lightning bolt energy that says, aha, this is what I have to do. This is how I have to communicate. This is such a great idea. Why didn't I think about this? All of these topics are going to be possible for you, Sagittarius. So I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. For a private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Capricorn Sun and Capricorn Rising, we have a new moon for you in your second house. Now, your second house has been really highlighted for you lately. This is your self-worth, your cash, your property, your personal resources. It's your money. It's your finances. The second house is your salary, your income, your financial condition. It's your self-esteem. It's what you need in order to feel secure. And as a Capricorn rising, you want security. You're willing to put off today to have better tomorrow. So you have Pluto. Pluto is really revamping everything that has to do with your values, your opinions, your movable property, your resources, your cash. It is overhauling that area of your life. Mercury has you thinking outside the box with, what do I do with my money? What do I do with these resources? Do I give them like these things that I know and I want and I love, but they're no longer of use to me? Like, do I give it to a warm hand? Do I sell it? Like, what do I do with these things? You now have this new moon. A new moon is a fresh start, a clean slate, a new beginning. It's planting of the seeds for the future. And so you're going to be starting this new cycle of friendship, of these group activities and these group projects where I can take my opinions, my talents, my skill set, I can share it with others. I have something that's of value, and other people can appreciate it, can grow and use from it. Also, Aquarius is the humanitarian effort of you learning from others. And this includes technology, all types of travel and technology, and thinking outside the box ideas. And so the things that you've been doing in the past will be now different as you're moving forward. And so you're going to have to be open to these new beginnings regarding all of these topics and matters. Now, this moon is a supermoon, so it comes with a conflict of your inner world and your outer world. Of a supermoon is this beginning with this bigger impact on your emotions, and it amplifies your feelings. And so the sun, your body, your moon is your emotions. And so the moon in the sign of Aquarius it's an air sign. So it's not a heart-centered, it's a head-centered. So it's you using your head and your thoughts and your ideas and saying, I need to take this in for a moment. I need to do some deep introspection before I make these changes, because I know once I plant these seeds and make these changes, we can't go back to the way that things were. This is me accepting that there's something else bigger, newer, out there that I'm meant to be part of, or that I'm meant to share with. Now, there is this square. The square is going to come with Uranus in your 5th house of joy, children, affairs, creativity, art, music, where you take risks. The 5th house has everything to do with like recreation. Think about it as what you do for a vacation, weekends, or in the evenings, or in your spare time. It's your inner child, and think of it as adult playmates of where do you want to connect up with others that are those topics. So it's also the house of your investments. And so there's something going on between your personal resources clashing with those topics. There's this square of, what do I do with this? Where is the money going? How do I feel about this? I need to be, there's this conflict. And so it's a time, squares are opportunities that I have to integrate both of these. I have to come to an agreement and integrate the energy for the best and highest good of myself. And so with the moon clashing with Uranus, this is rebellious, impulsive, abrupt, and you being innovative in shifting your thoughts, your ideas, and your energy to move forward with. So at this time, you can be extremely focused and determined, driven, and concentrated with the decisions that you make when you move forward. So Capricorn, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Aquarius Sun and Aquarius Rising, your 1st house of self has been really going through a new cycle of everything new, everything abrupt, thinking outside the box. We have Pluto that has just gone into your 1st house of self, totally transforming who you were in the past and starting this new 20-year cycle of who you are becoming. And this is one of the beginning steps that you're going to be taking to change who you are. So a new moon in the 1st house. The 1st house has everything to do with your personality, your appearance, your goals, your strength, your habits. The 1st house is your happiness, your body, your identity, your image. It has to do with, I always say it's like your business website or your business card of how people see you presented to the world. So you have this new moon. It's a fresh start, clean slate in the sign of Aquarius, which is connecting to others, but staying individual. It's about group activities and these social pursuits, but being part of, but then keeping your identity. It is trying something new that have to do with humanitarian efforts or joining groups that have these strong focuses, but then keeping your own identity, being part of something bigger. There's going to be this time that you are going to want to start something new that has to do with any or all of these topics for you. Now, a supermoon, because this is a supermoon, there's going to be this conflict between your inner and your outer world. Supermoons are believed to have this bigger impact on your emotions, and they amplify your feelings. Now, the sun, your body, and the moon represents your emotions and your feelings. It's usually a heart-centered, but the moon in Aquarius is air, it's thoughts, ideas, it's mind, it's think outside the box and be creative, and shock and surprise. And so there's this this clashing of deep introspection about who you were, who you're becoming, and leaving that part of you behind and planting the seeds of who you're now going to become. And it's a stepping stone of moving towards the new you, the new future of who you are. Now, there is this square that's with Uranus, that has to do with your home, your family, your roots, your foundation, who you were in the past, the people that are at your home, your traditions, your roots, your foundations. The fourth house represents any of those people that have shaped you or that you consider like family, the people that have been with you that that feel like family. And so there's going to be this square of you're changing, you're evolving. And well, what about us? And we didn't raise you like this, or family always does this, or you're expected to do this. No, you're going to be the one to shift and change those things. You're going to say that this is who I am, and this energy has to be merged. This is not an all or a nothing. This is you setting healthy boundaries, but saying, I'm going to create a new foundation. I'm going to think outside the box. Uranus brings about this rebellious, impulsive, abrupt, very innovative, shifting energy to move forward with, because who you are is going to shift the foundation in which you are building for your family, your life, your home. And so you're going to be extremely focused, extremely determined, and concentrated on your goals. So Aquarius, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. For a private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Pisces Sun and Pisces Rising, your 12th house is going through an overhaul. You've just had Pluto enter into your 12th house of your fears, shamanic work, angels, guides, ancestors, family members who have crossed on over, who are like there to support us. It's also the house of isolation, hospitalization, affliction. It's the house where we do the shamanic work. It's Akashic records. It's anything that's deep, dark, hidden. It's the house where we do things in private, or we study things in private. It's other dimensions. It's the house where we bring things from the past, either past lives or from our past, and we keep it hidden. And so a new moon in Aquarius with Pluto and Mercury there are really going to be breaking those things apart and shattering the negative and opening your eyes up to new and innovative ways to think about things. That the 12th house being your dreams, your intuition. It's if I silence myself, if I can sit with some things and say, this was part of generational, I don't have to, I can break it. I can be the last generation, and this can end here. And then I can create something new to move forward with. Aquarius is thinking outside the box, being part of a group, but remaining single in their own identity. And so this new moon is a fresh start, clean slate, new beginning, planting a seed with topics of friendship and brotherhood, connecting to other people who've been in the same place as you. These group activities, these social pursuits of doing things hidden or doing things in the dark, group projects, joining a group that you don't want or need to share with others in the outside world. It's doing things hidden. It's a focus on healing yourself from within and doing the work of removing some of the binds that hold you back from your greatest, your best and highest good. So a supermoon, they bring this conflict because it's magnified energy. It's believed to have this bigger impact on your emotions and amplifying your feelings. And so this new moon is going to have you going within to get a lot of the answers, connecting with others through like these are things that you're doing on the down low. This could be with a hospital. This could be with like an AA or an NA, or this could be with groups. Like maybe you want to study astrology, or maybe you want to study tarot, or it's things that you want to study or do privately without letting everybody else know. And it's about healing from within and getting the support from other dimensions like our intuition. It's tapping into your thoughts, your dreams. It's your connection of blending with other people. Pisces, you already want to like merge, and you're already feeling everything anyway. And so this is saying, I have to disconnect from part of that in order to understand what is mine and what is theirs. Now, this new moon, it does clash with the planet Uranus. By clash, I mean it's a square. The energy needs to be integrated. Your third house is communication with siblings, with cousins, with neighbors, with technology. The third house is all types of communication, travel. It's where we talk and exchange ideas. And so there's this, I want to take this class. I want to take this workshop. Can I do it on the internet? How can I gather this information? I don't want people to know what's going on with me. I want to keep some things private. How can I go about and do this? And so there's going to be this square that you're going to be rebellious. You can possibly be very impulsive, very abrupt. Aquarius energy, Aquarius is ruled by, Uranus rules it. And so think of it as a lightning bolt because it's electric. And so it's abrupt, it's innovative, it's shifting this energy of, aha, I have this idea, or, oh, I have that message or that dream, or I get it, I understand it. It's going to be leaving you extremely focused, determined, and concentrated with what you want to do in order to move forward with. Remember that the 12th house being about, remember I said it was isolation, and it can be prisons, but it can also be ashrams, and it can be yoga, and it can be meditation, and it can be dream work. And so it can go either way with healing the difficult parts of your life and embracing these new energies that are offering themselves to you at this time. So Pisces, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. For a private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe.